Welcome back, everyone. May is Osteoporosis Awareness Month. So today it's all about bone health and building bone-gevity. That means bones built to last. And all you have to do, guys, is eat. Registered dietitian Carolyn O'Neil shares 4 easy recipes that your bones and your tummy will love.
That's right.
How are you?
Hello,
this
hello.
looks so beautiful.
And happy almost Mother's Day. Of course,
Happy
every day
almost
is Mother's Day. And, you know, thank you for bringing attention to osteoporosis. And it really is so important because over the age of 50, about 10 million women, mostly women, are suffering from brittle bone disease. And of course, this leads you to be very high risk for fractures. A friend of mine called me just yesterday and said her mom was a very healthy 80-year-old, fell, broke her hip. This is a reality. This is really a serious problem. But the good news is it can be prevented. It's kind of a childhood disease with adult consequences. So let's get started in figuring out how we can help moms and celebrate everyone in the family on Mother's Day.
Oh, is this for you?
Well, this, I guess Jack sent this to me a number of years ago, and you know, we don't just love Mother's Day cards, apparently we laminate them.
Yes, we did. We did back then.
Yeah, as long as you're preparing a meal for the family, maybe the teens or the kids are getting involved, these recipes certainly are easy.
Okay, what's that?
But the bottom line, here's what we've got. The way to prevent osteoporosis, the way to build strong bones is by giving our bones enough in the bank calcium, vitamin D, and protein. And of course, I have the little sunglasses here and on our little piggy bank to indicate we've got to get some sunlight. About 15 minutes, at least 3 or 4 times a week. You know, we love the sunscreen. We've got to prevent skin cancer. But really, this is how our skin makes vitamin D. So that's important for our bones. And the little piggy bank represents the fact that we can actually build our bone bank throughout the years. Like your little girls right now, the calcium that they consume in one, you know, 3 servings of dairy, and it doesn't have to be milk, but this of course is milk. Chocolate milk counts.
Chocolate milk, yes.
And we have cottage cheese and of course cheeses. And the thing about milk too is not just calcium, vitamin D, and protein. There's phosphorus in there too. Again, important for bone health. So let's get started with some of the delicious recipes you were talking about. Let's start out the day. And maybe, let's say mom wants a breakfast in bed. This is something that anybody can make in the family. This is overnight oats, a very, very popular thing right now. And essentially, little mason jars, you put in some oats, you put in some Greek yogurt. Again, you get the calcium from the dairy there, and some milk. And overnight, it becomes this really lovely muesli kind of thing. A little bit of honey in there. And we, of course, have dolled it up with some fresh blueberries and crunchy almonds. So again, a healthy, you certainly may. And again, this overnight oats thing in the fridge takes about 6 hours minimum. So, of course, kids, you'll be getting to bed early, won't you? Anyway, so you'll have plenty of time, so it'll be ready for mom in the morning.
Yum.
So let's say the Mother's Day celebrations continue.
It's delicious.
And we're going to continue to build our bone strength with some recipes. Now, this is, let's say, it's a brunch and you want something savory. This is a terrific recipe using Greek yogurt and black beans. It's a black bean and mango with a little bit of cumin. And you can see I've already smashed up the black beans. We're gonna add some fresh diced mango. And you can see it right there. You might want to try some on a cracker while I continue making the recipe.
Now, the calcium is coming from where in this case? Is it the black beans?
From the Greek yogurt.
Or the Greek yogurt, of course.
And by the way, very, very good, Christine. Black beans actually do contain calcium. I was looking at the nutrition facts on the can of black beans, and 1/2 cup, and this happens to be a whole cup here, 1/2 cup gives you 6% of the calcium you need for the day.
Well,
so who knew?
I know it was high in protein and of course
fiber.
But I had no idea.
I think Greek yogurt has just a really nice consistency to make dips. A little bit of salt and pepper, got the cumin in there to give it sort of that little bit Mexican flair, and why not some little fresh lime?
Carolyn, this is amazing.
And I am smelling something cooking right over here. Let me get over to my salmon cakes. We have salmon cakes. So let's talk about salmon. I'm just going to flip this. Everybody ready? Here we go. Ooh, it's just perfect. There we go. I'm going to pop that down right there. All right, so salmon cakes. Let's talk about salmon. And these are beautiful salmon cakes that I have made with a lovely lime and dill sauce, which has a wonderful amount of lime in it. I was tasting it when I was making it. Kind of tastes like a margarita a little bit. It's so delicious. And of course, Greek yogurt for your calcium and your phosphorus, your protein. And let's get to the salmon. Salmon is one of those foods, and there's very, very few foods that naturally have vitamin D in them. Egg yolks is one of them. Salmon is another one. And so that's a great thing, and that's what I have in there with little panko breadcrumbs and some mustard and some chives and some parsley. Now, you don't have to memorize that because the recipe is on southeastdairy.org, all of these recipes.
Southeastdairy.org. So who knew? I love salmon anyway, but knowing that you can get that extra punch of vitamin D, that's
And guess what else?
awesome.
Calcium. And I'm going to tell you something that I actually discovered. I'm going to put a little bit of the sauce on here. Look at this lime dill sauce on top of your beautiful salmon cake. So how wonderful would that be for a Mother's Day brunch? All right, now here's the salmon lesson.
Talk to me about, yes, the can.
All right,
I saw even some of the crew were like, canned salmon.
Canned
Wait a minute.
salmon. And classically canned salmon, and these are pink salmon, which is a lighter color and really kind of a delicate kind of a flavor, are canned with the bones, okay? Guess what that means? There's calcium in the canned salmon. However, not all canned salmon. I'm going to lift this up, and you see this one on the top?
Yes.
It says without skin, without bones. And guess what? I looked at the nutrition facts label, Christine.
Big difference?
No calcium.
Oh, wow.
So let's not get that one.
Not that one, but then we
Let's
got to
get
just
these.
make sure we're picking out the bones.
No, you eat them. They're soft.
Oh,
and you chew them.
Who
You know,
knew?
they're
like,
crunchy and they're chewy, and you know, actually that's why a lot of Asians do not have a lot of osteoporosis. They ferment fish, they eat the bones, they get soft, and believe me, you won't even notice it. They're absolutely delicious with this recipe.
I love that.
Now, before we move on to Mom's celebratory smoothie,
that is gorgeous.
There's a reason I have the barbells here.
Yes.
Another way to build our bones for life is weight-bearing exercises, taking the stairs instead of the escalator, going out for a walk, anything like that. And guess what? The astronauts in space, no gravity, no weight-bearing exercise, they found, this is how they discovered it, folks, they were losing calcium from their bones in the weightlessness of space, which shows that gravity down here, not just good for our hearts and our muscles, good for our bones.
Okay,
so I'm going to give you this to celebrate,
beautiful.
kick off to Mother's Day.
Oh,
this
my
is a smoothie,
goodness.
again, made with Greek yogurt, and the bottom layer, which you can see is orange, has mango, and the top layer is pink, has strawberry.
That is so awesome.
And you layer it, and how pretty is this, kids, to make this for Mother's Day?
Carolyn, thank you so much. We're honoring moms, and we're honoring you. This is one, and we're honoring our bones.
And here is a card from Katie.
I know, and her sweet daughter. And listen, in honor of our beautiful children, take care of yourself. For more great tips and advice, it's Carolyn's website at CarolynO'Neil.com. And don't go anywhere. Lynn Lilly is up next with 5 ways to upcycle that old outdoor decor. We'll be right back.